All right, I will call the meeting to order and welcome everyone for coming. And we'll go around the room and we'll start with you, Chris.
Chris Hindoien, Mayor of City of Choteau.
Dani, Arps, Teton County Planner.
Loren, Tacke, Mayor of Fairfield.
Sam Carlson, Commissioner.
Joe Dellwo, Commissioner.
Dick Snellman, Commissioner.
Alan Gagne, Teton County Road Superintendent.
Susan Fleshman, Mayor of Dutton.
Melody Martinson, Choteau Acantha.
Okay, we don't have any minutes. And we don't have any road encroachments. So that brings us to the main topic of our meeting. It's the minimum allocation.
Wow.
So I gave you each a copy of the resolutions. And basically what it does, it takes the county out of being the middleman with the cities in the DNRC. And I'll let Dani go through it.
So we got a letter on June 8th from the DNRC, and they got with MACO. And together they came up with a proposal to allow the counties granting the authority for the minimum allocation funds directly to the cities and towns in the case like we have, the counties pass through for the funds. So what this does is, instead of the county having to duplicate the project and expenditure reports and the request for reimbursement, they'll just wrap that all up with the actual city or town doing the work. So the county will just give the responsibility and the funds directly to the cities and towns. And that'll save time for getting the reimbursement money back also. It also relieves the county of those funds impacting our single audit financial requirement. That money won't, the DNRC told me that money won't go towards that amount that they aggregate to determine whether or not we're subject to a single audit. Which is just kind of a nice side benefit, but mostly it streamlines the process, it cleans everything up, and it's just going to be a quicker turnaround on your reimbursements.
I have a question on your term, we'll give the money to the towns and stuff. How,
This is all reimbursement.
so, but it's no longer gonna go to you through this, so.
That would just take longer. If we, so you guys do a quarter's worth of work, you request, because you also got a competitive grant, right?
Right.
So instead of duplicating all of the project and expenditure reports and all of the documentation from that quarter's worth of work and requesting that reimbursement for your competitive grant, and then having to do that all again to request minimum allocation funds from us, and we'd have to turn around and do the same thing and request it from the state. You just requested from the state, just like your competitive grant.
I understand that. What I mean is, the money, is it held here in the county or is it still up there?
Nope, the DNRC will have it. Or
They'll have it.
Commerce will have it,
They'll
yeah.
have it, okay.
Yeah.
Which they would have, the
That would've
old
been the same anyway.
original way
We
too.
never got it.
It would have still been the same case.
Yeah, okay. So, our grant people or whoever,
Lynette.
how we usually do it, they will submit
Mhm.
directly to them.
Yep.
And then it will come back
Directly
directly
to
to us.
Yes. So it'll go faster.
Yeah,
Should be good.
thank you.
I have no questions. I like it. It takes more paperwork off of your desks, and
It's a win-win.
it is, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They were
For once,
actually,
the government thing makes sense.
the DNRC, because I had asked, we
That
have
was the
a,
first time.
every 2 weeks we have a Q&A with the DNRC and Commerce about the minimum allocation grants, and especially counties that are doing pass-throughs. And because this kind of thing has never really happened before, and so I had continued to ask them, what does this process look like? And our answer was always, oh, you're basically going to duplicate what they're doing. And I'm like, that's a huge waste of time and resources. So Autumn Pullman, actually, she's a bureau chief for the DNRC. She told me they were specifically thinking about Teton County when they came up with this situation. And I was like, yay, this squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I think it was definitely a win-win.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for looking into this and streamlining it.
And Dani did that. She's,
Thank you, Danny.
yep. Okay, so the mayors are all good with this? Us doing that? That's why I
There's
wanted
two
to come
resolutions,
here.
there's one for each town. Because they're different amounts of money, different projects.
Yep, so what's the number on top of your resolution, Loren?
We're number 25.
Okay, I would ask for a motion for passing resolution 22-25.
I'd so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. And what's yours, Chris?
I'm 23.
I would ask for a motion to approve resolution 22-23.
I would so move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And yours, Susan?
24?
24? I would ask for motion for passing resolution 22-24.
I would so move.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you, mayors, for coming. We appreciate it. Hope it all works out well.
Can I hang on and ask a question at the end?
Absolutely, you're welcome to. We have the Kurt Johnson Ag Covenant, and Dani, you're
We'll have to
recommending.
table that till the next
Okay.
meeting, please.
All right. We will table that until the next meeting. To the 21st of July. And we have a fire truck in Dutton that Steve Rose has asked us to declare surplus.
I would so move to put the international truck in Dutton on surplus.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Brings us,
Joe, just real quick, what kind of a fire truck was it?
It's an international.
And do we know what year it was?
1979.
1979?
Yep.
And is this an engine truck? It's not a water truck, it's the whole.
Yeah.
It's a fire truck, and Steve said that they're gonna go out for bids on it, so he'll get all the information to us
Are
and
they
we'll put
gonna
bids in
do
the
that,
papers.
that public property? Are they doing that thing that the road department does, or are they just gonna do the traditional?
Just gonna go out for bids, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay,
It sounded like there was some local interest, so they were
Okay.
gonna do that first, and then if they don't get bids, they would probably,
they can.
that'll be
they
their
can do that
backup.
next, Okay,
Yep.
alrighty.
Okay, commission reports. We, based on the salary board recommendation for elected officials of 5%, we went through and we did the math, and the median wage earner in Teton County that's not covered by unions, 5% would be $1 an hour raise, so that's what we are going to give our employees. And what else? Did we have anything else going on?
I didn't have anything written down on my
Dick, do you?
deal.
no,
Joe, do you
everything's,
wanna announce the meeting you have on Monday?
Oh, yeah, and we're gonna have a meeting with the union negotiations, 9 o'clock Monday at the courthouse, and that's a public meeting as well, so if anybody has any interest, feel free to come. That's all I have for commission reports. So, public comment.
Question, with the census, Melanie might know, and I was gonna ask Paul, but she's not here. Do we have to readdress our, like the commissioners, do you have to balance back up commissioner zones?
There was not, it was under the threshold to dictate its change, so we don't have to go through that
I'm going to find
process.
out for the city, that's why I was
Yeah.
curious.
Yep, we don't have to. Which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any further public comment? I don't have any public notices, so next meeting is July 21st.
Oh, wait a minute. Planning
Boy, you're
board,
just barely under.
Yeah,
the 12th, Tuesday, 5:30.
I'll get it next.
5:30 in the morning.
What now?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be there at 5:30.
And Danny, you've got a 4-lot minor
Is
subdivision?
that Tuesday?
2-lot minor subdivision.
Yep.
And an update on the CDBG grant for the growth policy update.
Any other public notices?
Everybody should go to Dutton this weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Mondays.
And come to Fairfield next weekend.
Yep.
Okay, our next meeting will be July 21st, and we're adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Melanie?
How are you?